Out here hitting dingers.
Out here doing dingers.
Dingers. Well, pitter patter, let's get at her. There's our jokes.
There it is.
Texas.
That's right.
Could we have an even more of a boring race? Oh, wait, Michigan's still coming.
Yeah. I don't know. I like mile and a halves.
Yeah, but, Texas, after
I don't
the
like
repave.
Logano winning, but
yeah, that's
I like
true.
mile and a halves.
They're the ones out there hitting dingers.
I wanted, why is his name blanking me here? McDowell. I wanted him to win.
I'm telling you, it's the juju on Spire for what they did to Corey and and also Rodney. Everybody will be like, well, Rodney, they mutually parted ways. No, that's what they're telling everybody.
Yeah. I really wanted that for him. He seems like a good dude.
He was
not so much for the team, but for him.
He was sponsored by Caleb for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I remember one time we went to Pocono at 19. We were behind his hauler, and it was Caleb.
That's cool. Yeah, he seems like a good guy.
So, yeah, I like him as a person. Team, they can go kick rocks.
Yeah, kick rocks and hit dingers.
There's
two types of people in this world.
Oh, boy.
So here we are, another week.
Another Kris Wright sighting out in Xfinity. But moving on, we'll start off. Tyler Ankrum got the pole. Didn't really watch too much of these races, unfortunately, just busy. Stuart Friesen caused a wreck in stage 2 that took out the leaders. Man, that sucked. I saw that replay, and that just totally stunk horribly. Corey Heim got the win. Looking back at everything, trucks looked like they were back on their path, the straight and narrow of causing 20 wrecks.
The normal third string tactic.
Yep. But, a lot
of mistakes. They've been really good. They've had a really good stretch of
they have
high-quality racing.
They have. The thing that caught me, though, is it was the trucks getting loose in the turns.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing happening in Cup Series when we were watching the Cup Series.
Yeah.
They're just turning and getting loose. It's like, oh, man, this sucks.
Well, the turn 3 bump seems kind of crazy.
That's where everybody's losing it, yeah.
It seems like, I don't know. I get it's part of the racetrack, but, if you can't competitively race above lane 1.5 to lane 4 because you hit the bump and you ground out and slide out, it's like, okay, you got to tuck everybody in lane 1.
Or maybe something needs to be done to the track.
Yeah.
Shave it down a little bit so you still have those bumps. Daytona's got bumps.
Yeah.
Probably.
I think it's just the spot in the turn that once it bumps you, you're at such a traction moment in the tires that it just sends you.
Yeah, you're hitting Carrie Underwood. Jesus, take the wheel.
Yep. Oh well. That and then they're eating up the grass at the center of the try.
Right.
And the Xfinity one was gnarly. Did you see all the grass flying out of that?
Oh my goodness.
I saw Josh Williams got in that. He got over into. It's one of those deals you see it at the road courses. They can't see past the bumper of the guy in front of them. Whoever starts the train into that grass is at fault. I would say in a racing.
Yeah.
On the roadway, you're responsible for your vehicle. You need to maintain your lane. But in racing, those guys are bumper to bumper.
Yeah.
And they can't see in front of them. They're just following the guy's bumper right in front of them. And that was a landscape moment.
It was crazy. If you needed sod and you're in,
anywhere in Florida.
Anywhere in Florida. If you're in northeast Texas, could go over to Texas Motor Speedway. They probably got a ton of sod for you that got kicked up from the cars.
That's right.
That's
the Gulf of Americas is now the Greenway of Americas.
Yeah, right. That was wild. I saw that in a replay, just the everything getting kicked up.
Yeah.
So we go from wrecks to more wrecks to so again, just to recap, Connor Zilic didn't race because of the accident, so Kyle Larson
back injury.
Took over that car. Yeah.
I respect that. You got a long career. Just take care of your body first.
Right. I didn't like who they chose to run the race. I wish that was somebody else.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Are they limited on how many times? How's that work?
I don't know how it works whenever you're filling in for somebody like injury wise, but I think you can only run like 4 races or 5
I
races.
haven't looked into it. How does it work? I mean, he doesn't earn points for Zilich, I guess, does he? It's just owner's points and team points, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, I can't remember. I call it the Kyle Busch rule because Larson used to do it as much, but Kyle Busch did it all the time in trucks because of his own team.
Yeah.
And so I called that the Kyle Busch rule, and I can't remember exactly how many. I think it's like 5 races you can run in each series.
Yeah, I was going to say 5. I think that's right.
And so, you got that going on. Kris Wright, if anybody remembers, he's the guy that we were talking about at Daytona who hit Bilicki. I believe it was Bilicki.
I think Keyboard Warrior, didn't he? Isn't that the same guy that was like getting online about? Wasn't there somebody that was like?
No, I think that's Dean Thompson.
Oh, that was that. Yeah, I remember someone was like, he did the same exact thing, but when it happened to them, they were all over the internet trying to like pin it on somebody else.
Yeah, Dean Thompson's a turd in my book too. Kris Wright's getting up there big time, mostly because he's causing all these wrecks. So the thing that happened at Daytona was he sent it and didn't hit the brakes going in the pit roads. Decided to use Bilicki as his stopping and ran right into him and then kept going. And his claim was he didn't hear he was waiting for a spotter to tell him to hit the brakes.
You're the driver.
Yeah.
He must have like a self-driving Tesla or something.
Yeah. Hey, NASCAR's trying to go to the E-Series now. Start off with self-driving.
Yeah.
Take me to the pits.
Siri?
Oh, man. I'm sorry. I cannot do this for you.
I've lost connection.
There are too many people at this race.
Yeah. It appears there's slow data downloads right now.
Yeah, right.
Please check back later.
Oh.
Yeah, all their communication issues the teams have. Can you imagine trying to run stuff off of any kind of technology like that?
Oh, my goodness. If they didn't have their own... So each box has their own Wi-Fi, so that's how they get around it.
Yeah.
But exactly. And what are they getting their... How are they... They must have private...
Satellite.
Private Wi-Fi to each, like at each track for the drivers to use, and then for the teams to use, and then they use their own Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Because if you go to a race and you sit there and you pull up your phone on the Wi-Fi, like depending on where you're sitting and everything, like Trackhouse 1, 2, whatever, Trackhouse 99.
Yeah.
Penske, whatever, Penske this. So I mean, they have their own Wi-Fi's for the iPads and whatnot they use, but I want to know where they're getting their internet from. They have a hardwire somewhere. I mean,
consumer wireless,
Consumer wireless, got to cut everything in half. I'd rather watch those commercials than the stupid Peyronie's disease commercials that keep popping up.
I'll be honest, I don't watch commercials. I have them recorded, and it's 3 minutes.
Yeah,
commercial break.
Well, that's right. You're hitting recaps and watching it because you're busy. If you're watching it live, you're catching sometimes some Hims commercials.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's Peyronie's disease.
Nice.
It's also, the consumer cellular now. I think I've seen some of those.
But yeah, no, I just tap the right edge of my screen until it says plus 3 minutes. Pops right back onto the broadcast.
Yeah.
But modern day TV watching.
Gotta hit dingers.
Don't tell the sponsors or the advertisers that's what I'm doing.
All the microphones are hearing this now.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna get blacklisted on Hulu.
Yeah, exactly.
That and McDonald's, they don't make any money on me. I'm a discount shopper.
Yeah, they closed this one down because they were repaving. I
saw.
Oh, that hurt. Last night it hurt bad.
How long is it gonna be out for?
It's open now.
Okay, good.
So it was like a couple days.
I went to take Burden there after preschool Tuesday, and it wouldn't let me put his. Well, I wasn't hungry, so I was just getting him, and it wouldn't let me put the order in. I was like, "That's weird." Well, we'll go up to Gap anyway, and then I was going to pull in. I was like, "Oh, that's why it wouldn't take the order because the place is shut down."
Well, it's funny about that because what was it, Thanksgiving morning, something like that. Like you can go to Wawa and get Sizzlies and whatnot. Yeah. So we go. I was like, oh, we're gonna order McDonald's. Order it in the app. And go sit in line and say we're there, and we're sitting there. And we're sitting there, we're like, where's the food? This is ridiculous. Start looking around, nobody around. Look at the door. It said, we are closed for Thanksgiving.
But it let you take the online.
It took my money.
So they never put, like, because this time, obviously, they shut down the app
to allow
orders.
It's probably because of me.
Well, thank you. You saved me $7.38.
Oh, man. You're very welcome. Oh, man. That's
moving on.
Yeah.
Local news is over.
Yeah, local news is over. Yeah, they got the new diner going in there at Gap. Ooh, that's stuff. We'll cover that one in the commercial break. 10-15 minutes.
Commercial break. Take 10 seconds for station identification.
On the Armchair Crew Chief Network.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm still stuck on the whole Kris Wright thing. I mean, even Algaier went after him. So reading about it, Wright was running down below, and he lost it and came up on Algaier. Algaier was coming around, I think, to pass him or something. Because Algaier, they said he led like 99 laps or something like that.
Wow.
Led a lot of laps.
Yeah.
And then for him to get taken out, and he was racing pretty good against Larson there.
Okay. He's a good racer.
Yeah. Nice guy, too. Pretty cool. Short.
Really short.
Short.
You can see him walk around pits. You see how short he is.
He's probably Nathan's height.
Yeah.
Now. Like, we have a picture, and he barely bent down to get with Nathan.
Could have been jockey, I guess.
Yeah, he could have. Could have been at the Derby this past Saturday.
He races more than 1 horsepower, so he's doing well.
Yeah. He's not the Amish NASCAR.
Yeah.
That's what we'll start calling
Amish NASCAR.
Amish NASCAR is horse racing.
The Kentucky Cup.
The Kentucky Cup. They go to the Belmont. Oh, my gosh. Amish NASCAR. I love it. I got to coin that quickly before somebody takes it. So Larson ended up winning the race for Xfinity. I thought it looked like it was a dull race looking at all the information going on that they put up until the third stage. Oh, excuse me. I'm sitting here reading something else, too. Taylor Gray got second. Riley Herbst third. Austin Hill, Big Country fourth. Now, the dullness, now it gets into that. That was Cup Series. It was green flag pretty much the whole entire time until third stage, and they started wrecking, getting loose. You mentioned McDowell. McDowell got loose. They had a few incidences on pit road that you were hearing about.
Yep.
So
a little bit of everyone coming in at once, and I guess some new guys to the Cup and that kind of stuff going on. And
our favorite Cup driver of the year.
Yep, Carson, new drive car.
Yeah,
not a fan.
He's too busy doing that crap on iRacing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You're gonna have stuff happen, I guess, but
he's always around it, and he's freaking sending it full send. It's like, why?
He reminds me of like the next generation of Kevin Harvick. Like, I think he's just making waves just to be in the news.
Yeah, sounds about right.
'Cause I've heard that within like the last year. He kind of admitted, he's like, I've never really admitted it, but yeah, I used to just get into fights because if you weren't in the news for winning, you want to be in the news for something.
I remember that. Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I think he's kind of maybe taking a chip off that block, but
yeah,
I know who is a fan of him, Clint Boyer.
I'm getting tired of both of him, Harvick and Mike Joy. They are, and you know what? Partially, I don't blame them. I blame the broadcast people in the truck.
Yeah,
you're not letting your team do their work, and it shows.
Handcuffing them.
Yeah.
Puppets.
I like it.
Puppets and dingers.
He's making a left turn. Drinking beer and watching NASCAR. Oh, good old Bubba J. So Logano ended up winning this race. Blaney had a great finish.
Yeah.
You know, he was sitting there like a rocket ship.
He's got a good long run car. It's
yeah.
the last 5. I mean, it's hard to win if you can't have a good restart.
Right.
But these races don't finish clean in the last 10, 15 laps.
Right. Yeah.
You will have a restart. And his car just never, and even within Penske,
Right.
like Logano launched. He was gone
Mm-hmm.
off the restart to win. And it's like, Blaney should have the same stuff or access to.
It's because Blaney doesn't have hair plugs.
Yeah.
Well, you know, guys, it's my hair plugs that help me win.
I know Jenny's a big Logano fan, so
Yeah.
shout out to Jenny.
Yeah, didn't you get a new shirt to show off on
I
your
do.
next
I
date?
haven't wore it yet, but I am excited to.
Got to put that bad boy on. Speaking of shirts like that, Felicity's got a new shirt. It's a Jeff Gordon shirt.
Nice. Old DuPont 24.
Yep. This is pre-Exalta, pre-Pepsi.
I probably would
everything.
not wear that to Pocono.
I don't know. They probably won't mess with her being
or Texas, apparently.
Yeah. You know,
Pretty outspoken fans at Texas.
Since she'll be only 6 when we go to Pocono, they may let her slide.
Yeah. Maybe. You'd hope.
Yeah.
You'd hope.
She sits there. When we were watching some of the race Sunday night, she's like, "Let's go, Dunny." so Bluey reference there to the Dunny. That's what we call Denny Hamlin. They also call it the toilet, but apparently that's Felicity's new driver is the Dunny.
I heard he got a lot of boos at the opening ceremonies of Texas.
Nice.
Which is not fully surprising.
I'm surprised he didn't get boos more.
Yeah.
I mean, they throw a cucumber at him when he wins.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. A cucumber and a contraceptive.
I mean, the cucumber could have been a nice,
Snack.
dill pickle or something someday.
Yeah. Why not? Yeah,
Or
it could have been.
Get some ranch, slice it up.
Ranch. Oh, yeah. Hidden Valley, you need to sponsor us.
Just saying.
Yeah. Shameless plug. Yeah, so they did have quite a bit of wrecks in the third stage, I thought.
Yeah.
Thinking
last
about
30 to 50 laps, they were pretty.
And it seemed like it was just a lot of people getting loose on those bumps and stuff.
The only one that wasn't like a solo car that I can distinctly think was Reddick.
Mm-hmm.
Reddick got I think he came down on somebody and it just automatic pit maneuvered him.
Bubba did that. I can't remember who it was too, but Bubba did that too.
Yeah.
This race. And
Coach's orders, maybe, I guess.
Yeah.
Be in the news.
Right. Oh, man. Moving on to some news that we got going on.
Yeah.
Well, let's go penalty report real quick. Number 10, College Racing 4 Xfinity, Daniel Dye. 2 unsecured lug nuts found in post-race inspection. And then crew chief Kevin Walter has been suspended for 1 race at Charlotte. And College Racing has been fined $10,000. So I think it's $5,000 if it's 1 lug, if I remember correctly.
So they got a double.
Yeah.
Double dinger.
Yep, double dingers. Yeah, yep. So
it happens.
Yeah. Big news coming out this week. Came out saying Miami's getting the championship race next year.
Yep.
In 26, and they're going to start a rotational schedule.
Good.
They haven't given too much information about it except for the fact that it's not going to be road courses and it's not going to be super speedways.
Gotcha.
I think it'd be cool. I mean, it's too late in the season, but it would be cool to have it at Pocono.
Yeah.
Change it up. I mean,
it'd be really cool, but I think they never will because of the proximity to everybody. Like, it's just, I don't know, too late in the season for people to want to come this far north.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It's just, I don't know.
And
I doubt they'll ever do it.
And it's not a Speedway Motorsports owned track.
Yeah.
That's the biggest issue there, too.
I'll put my money on it. This is going to be the biggest championship attendance in a long time.
Next year.
At Miami next year.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
There's
too.
so much buzz going on about nobody wants it at Phoenix anymore. So I think
is a
that's going to
dull race.
drive the ticket sales. I think it's going to be a really big year.
Right. I mean, we have so many people, especially ourselves, outspoken about this car and everything, and how it is. But then you go to a track like Phoenix where it's even worse, and then you want to have a championship race there.
Yeah,
That's silly.
They say it sells tickets and it's a nice venue.
Sells tickets my butt.
I can understand it, but Phoenix is a weird track.
Yeah,
I like weird, but it is really weird.
It's too weird. It's like Austin, Texas.
It's just
weird.
flat.
Yeah. Well, it's Austin, Texas weird. That's what I think it is.
Stay weird.
Yeah, but that's not the kind of weird you want to be. Oh boy.
In other news.
Yeah. So staying on this though, they're talking about switching. I think they mentioned Vegas too in there, but I think I wonder if they're going to rotate it through maybe the southern mile and a half.
Yeah.
I think it would be wild, and they're not going to do it because it's a short track too. Put it at Bristol or something like that.
Yeah.
Now, too many people are going to complain and say, "Well, it's a short track. There's all these wrecks and all that. It's not the best driver." Well, mile and a halves aren't the best driver right now either. It's whoever gets up front.
Dover be cool.
Dover would be pretty sick.
I don't know if they could handle that size of an event though, because you got people that are probably coming out just because it's the championship weekend, and that place is already crazy.
Well, you got to remember too, Dover used to do stuff Thursday on.
Yeah.
They had the Thunder Valley parade and all that kind of stuff.
As a track, it'd be really cool, but that area is pretty built up. It'd be hard to pack that place out.
Yes, but can you imagine the amount of money that they could bring into the casino too?
Yeah. I wonder, I mean, obviously it's follow the money. Like they want bigger tracks where they can sell more tickets. I wonder what the seating capacity is of Dover compared to Phoenix or Miami, or like what's the raw number of attendees difference?
It's a very good question. Let's find out. Yeah, so while we're looking that up, Morgan & Morgan signed an extension with RCR to run for Kyle Busch. So he's got his sponsor. Got that sponsor for a while. Okay, seating capacity at Lincoln Financial Field. We don't want that. We want Dover. Excuse me, International Speedway. I don't even see it on here.
It's in that forbidden rule book.
Oh, it's seating chart. That's why. All right, Dover Motor Speedway. I don't even see it. I still don't see it on here. 54,000 seat capacity as of 2022.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like. I mean, I think what Daytona's like, what, 250,000?
Something like that. Phoenix is only 42,000.
Interesting. So it's more than that.
Yeah.
Huh. I guess because you have seats most of the way around.
Yeah, I would assume so. Now that does, and then Homestead's 46,000.
Wow, so it's right in the ballpark then.
Yeah, the only thing that's gonna hurt is what the camping capacity is.
Yeah. But they got hotels.
They got hotels. They got a casino.
Yeah. I don't know.
The only thing you're gonna hurt for is it's in November.
Yeah.
The average temperature
right
over. But I mean, shoot, if we're gonna pull that, well, throw it at Loudon, put it everywhere. Why do Why does it have to be stuck to? We're gonna rotate these 5 tracks.
Yeah.
Is it because that's who Marcus Ambrose wins or owns or whatever? Or it's probably not Marcus Smith. I think Marcus Ambrose is the IndyCar driver or former one. Yeah, that's wild. Just for craps and giggles. Pocono Raceway, 76,812.
Yeah.
I think it would still be slick to have it there.
It would be cool.
I mean, you're strategic. So for your argument, You're strategically close. You're like 2 hours away from New York City,
Yeah.
2 hours away from Philly. You're in the Poconos. It's November. You have, Jack Frost and all them starting to make snow, hopefully.
Yeah.
soon.
I guess that'd be the problem, is you might actually have snow.
Well, they raced in Martinsville, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and it snowed. So.
That'd be kind of cool. They got them jet dryers. They could probably get the track temp up enough.
Shoot, forget about that. Put some, get you some studded tires if it starts snowing.
Get some Pennsylvania brine out there.
Oh my gosh.
See how those guys like all that frame deterioration after they get their chassis rotted away after one race.
Oh my gosh.
Bring some awareness to how bad that stuff is.
Yeah. I mean, if we're going to do that, let's go ahead and put some random potholes so start charging people.
Make it real.
Yeah.
Just call it the PA Turnpike.
PA Turnpike 400.
That'd be funny.
That would be pretty funny. I mean, they wanted the All-Star race they're talking about. They want to have people wanted to have the run whatever you got kind of car.
Uh-huh.
Let's find crappy tracks that need to be revitalized. Bring people into the revitalization of the tracks. Run the race. It's crappy. You got, figure out how to put better suspension in these cars.
Yeah.
Or here's a wild thought. Go get the production vehicle off the showroom lot and race that in some of these crappy ones.
Stock cars.
Yes.
Wow.
Go. That's a great idea. I wonder why we're the only ones thinking about it.
We're just 77 years too late.
National Association of Stock Car Automobiles or something.
That'd be kind of cool, though.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I mean, that's kind of what Cletus is doing on a budget level.
Yeah. Speaking of Cletus, he's got his mom racing. I think that's on Saturday. On baldeagle.com.
Baldeagle.com.
Baldeagle.com. Hitting dingers at
Could have been yours
baldeagle.com.
for $18,000.
Holy moly, I don't have that much money.
I don't either, but to buy a website like that for $18,000 seems like a good deal.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool domain.
That is. Xfinity's off this weekend, so we'll do that. Also, I didn't write this down, but Cup Series, the Chevrolets, they're getting a new body refresh of the Camaro.
Interesting.
And everybody's like, how the heck are you doing this when the Camaro's not even around anymore?
Yeah.
But it's happening. They should just go ahead and bring Cadillac in.
It's a Hendrick Camaro.
Yeah, right. They're gonna bring the Garage 56 car out and run that.
Yeah. Might as well.
So, oh boy, that's a digressing moment there.
Yeah, let's get a Cadillac V.
That would be pretty slick. Weekend schedules. ARCA's running, and they're gonna be on FS1. The Tide 150 at 8 p.m. 100 laps, 150 miles. Practice qualifying. It doesn't look like it's going to be on TV.
It's probably on the CW app. Like it was last week.
No, that's Xfinity Series. Xfinity
yeah.
Series goes on CW app because you have Prime on with Cup Series, which somebody was complaining about Prime. And I have something else to bring up too, since we're talking about this stuff. And we'll talk about it before we get into our favorite drivers and their odds. But people were complaining about them moving the Cup Series to Prime. And they were like, there's like
they must be hosts of our fans. We should check that. We should fact check that.
Oh, man. I saw a post on socials, and they were like, okay, there's like X amount of people here. It's like 3 times as many people. And then as people that don't have or have like cable TV, and it's like, it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not disappointed at all.
Yeah.
But I'm a streamer, so.
Yeah. I stream a lot of stuff. All right. Saturday, we have 205 practice, 310 qualifying. This is for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. I'm looking at the name, Heart of Health. I want to say Heart of the Hide, like Rawlings has baseball gloves. Heart of Health Care 200. I'm assuming the names for these races, because Cup Series is Advent Health. This is all going along with the Nurses Appreciation Week that's going on right now. You got qualifying going on 3:10 on Saturday. Start time for the race is going to be 7:30. They're going to be running 134 laps. Stage breaks are 30, 60, and 134. And FS1's got it. Here we go. Practice at 2:05. 55 minutes of practice.
Not a minute more, not a minute less.
Nope. Notable storylines. Willie B will be running the 07 for Spire, so $10 says they're going to have another stupid Hendrick Motor Cars
triple.
Yeah. That's so stupid.
I actually did look. I don't think they have. It might be a double, but they don't have a triple.
Still. Corey Heim, past Kansas winner in the Truck Series, will race for Tricon and will also make his Cup Series debut this weekend. Christian Eckes enters a strong contender with a win at Kansas in the fall 2023 and consistent top 10 finishes this season. Enfinger and Brett Moffitt, both former Kansas winners, add depth and experience to the field. Why do we need depth and experience to the field? Just go send it. Go host a no card or whatever.
Just send it.
Yeah. Cup Series Saturday 4:30, 5:30 is practice and qualifying. Those are going to be on Prime. Start time will be 3 Eastern on Sunday. We're running 267 laps for a total run of 400.5 miles. Lap 80, 165, and 267 are our breaks, which are silly. Our 267 is the end of the race, obviously. Duh. And let's see, practice qualifying on Amazon Prime. Drivers to watch. Logano enters with momentum. Larson defending Kansas winner. Leads the power rankings with 2 wins and 7 top 5 finishes. Willie B, the current points leader, Daytona 500 winner, has been consistently strong, finishing up at Kansas last fall. The Denny Hamlin has a stellar Kansas record, including a win in multiple top 10s. Tyler Reddick, former winner, looks to convert strong runs into victory. Rising talents, we have Jesse Love's going to be running the 33 for RCR and Cup Series. Corey Heim makes his Cup debut in the 67 Toyota, adding intrigue to the rookie battle.
Interesting.
And then they talk about SVG still working his way through.
Mm-hmm.
So, that was loud.
Coming in hot,
hitting dingers. We have TNT's assembled their deep roster of esteemed analysts. This is reading off NASCAR.com, but I was looking at it earlier. Other people have posted about it. TNT pre- and post-race show coverage will be on site throughout the NASCAR in-season challenge hosted by Shannon Spake. Oh, can't stand them. Jamie McMurray, Parker Kligerman. They're all there. TNT Sports' robust NASCAR coverage will also include in NASCAR in-season challenge Altcast on True TV. The alternate viewing experience will take fans inside the individual driver bracket storylines each week. Be hosted by former crew chief Larry Mack, 21-time NASCAR champion Jeff Burton each week. So the big one is you got Steve Letarte and Adam Alexander and Dale Jr.
Yep.
Mamba Smith is going to be doing something. I don't really understand him or his role, I guess, and everything. And where was it? I didn't see who else was on pit crew. Maybe it's, I don't know. I can't, and they didn't really talk about it there. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. How TNT plays it out and what they do.
Yep.
I mean, I kind of like some of the subtle changes CW did. So
yeah,
we'll see what they can do too.
Looking forward to the Amazon Cup broadcast.
That'll be interesting to see.
I think that starts in June.
It actually starts. Let's look at that.
I think it's after the Coke 6.
Probably. Yeah, Fox
or they have the Coke 600.
I think they do now.
Like Fox kept the Coke 600, but I don't know. There's like a chart, like a bar chart that they have that shows all the different broadcast companies.
All right, here we go. Boo. NASCAR on Prime race schedule. They got the Coke 600. They're going to be in Nashville after that, Michigan, and Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez in Mexico City. And then they round out the last bit at Pocono. So there's your call for.
That's for Amazon then.
Yep, that's Prime.
So I guess that tells you that LaJoie's probably not racing Pocono.
Nope. But they didn't even talk about that because I know TNT. Some of the TNT people are running. It's TNT and Amazon together. So the people that are on TNT should be the same ones on Amazon.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of those that'll. And I haven't heard about on-air announce team. Here we go. Carl Edwards and Corey LaJoie will join Danielle Trotta for Prime Video's pre- and post-race show. Meanwhile, the race caller, this is the same thing as that I was telling you about. And here we go. Here's more information. For TNT, is going to be Adam Alexander Jr. and Steve Letarte. Trevor Bain, Kim Kuhn, and Marty Snyder will patrol pit road. And Eric Church and rock legend John Fogerty will come up with a new signature anthem and Amazon Music original. Up Around the Bend is what it's called.
Huh.
It's kind of weird.
Interesting.
So, in the odds world, who do you have as your favorite?
I'm going to go with Christopher Bell.
Okay. He's plus 900 to 1100. So pretty much what that means, and they have it, if you have a plus sign, that's how much you earn. You win back if you bet $100.
So he's not a good bet then, is what you're saying?
Well, he's...
Or really good?
No. Well, he is, I don't know what he is. 370, 400 Larson. 375 to 400 is theirs.
Okay.
It's his. Blaney 600 to 700. I don't want to do... Who would I pick? I don't know. Ty Gibbs, shoot, why not? 2,200.
Big money payout.
Yeah, definitely for sure.
I like it.
Long shots. That's your forte.
I like it.
But I'll go with it.
That's why I like it. I kind of think of Bell as a long shot though too.
Well, Hendrick dominates.
He's been kind of quiet.
This is a Hendrick race, I think.
Yeah.
Hendrick that. What else was there about Hendrick? I mean, Hendrick pretty much goes for the mile and a half.
Yeah.
And they run them. Whether they're up front, I don't know. I just hope we don't go to a picture with 6 left to go.
Willie B's got some extra practice this weekend running trucks, so.
Yeah, but how much can you really take from that?
Probably not a whole lot.
I mean, that's one of those things. Hitting the dingers. Wrecking the cars. How's your comfort level with this? Is it going to be a wreck fest, do you think?
I don't think so.
One of those, hey Ma, look what I can do.
One of those types. I don't think so. I think it's going to be a lot like this past weekend. Pretty quiet until the end.
Yeah, I believe it. I mean, it's one of those that are people already hating on. The race hasn't even started yet about it being dull and boring. So
there's a happy medium, I guess, somewhere. It's like you don't really want to go green the whole time, but I also don't like watching caution laps just disappear.
I hate that. I really do hate that. What even drives me nuts more than that is the end of the stage laps ticking off.
Yeah.
That I don't like. If you're gonna call it the end of the stage lap and let them keep going so you continue, or throw the caution, don't count the laps.
Yeah.
Simple as that for me. I don't know. Yeah, nothing else special to write home about.
Yeah.
It'll run its course. I think Hocevar, Ricky, Stenhouse Jr. Who else? I think they're going to be wrecking out. 51's going to be wrecked out, unfortunately.
I think he was my favorite car this week, paint scheme wise.
Okay.
He's Parts Plus.
Well, I think that's the one that Felicity called out and liked because he had Arby's.
Okay.
Hashtag Arby's, hashtag sponsorship, hashtag free beef
I heard
and
that
cheddar.
they have the meats.
Yes.
I don't know if they still do. They used to. I don't know if they still have the meats.
I'd go for some free beef and cheddars right now. And some curly fries. And a mellow yellow.
I like the Jamocha shakes.
They are the only ones up here that I know of that have mellow yellow. So it's pretty
Taking
cool.
you back.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, his car this week's pretty cool. It's the Parts Plus paint scheme works well with their brickware gold wheels because the Parts Plus has that same gold in the logo.
Okay.
So it ties in pretty well. It's a really, really cool looking car for how basic the logoing is.
Yeah.
But otherwise, there's not anything too exciting. Nothing new.
So what you're telling me is our paint scheme review, is going to take about 5 or 6 takes this time instead of 3.
It might. Depends on how many 7 out of 5s you get from Felicity.
Oh, man. She got so...
I love it. 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
That's not how this works.
Yeah.
That's not how any of this works.
Oh, boy.
It's so fun.
It is, and they do a good job whenever they're into it.
The memories. The recorded memories.
The recorded memories. I have something I need to post up about them cooking the peanut butter eggs and chocolate eggs they sold for Easter.
Yeah.
But I have to not do it.
Get your orders in now.
Yes.
For next year.
For next year.
I can say they were outstanding.
Personal experience.
Yes.
That's the beauty about it.
Actual customer not paid for this advertisement.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I was told that there's no audio. There can't be any audio with this because it sounds like a Gordon Ramsay-esque style of don't do this, do that, don't do that.
I never saw any of his shows. I know who he is, but I never watched.
Oh, I used to watch the stuff on England.
Yeah.
Because he goes uncensored. He's like, "What the F are you doing?" And like I have a couple of his cookbooks. They've got some good stuff in there. I haven't fully cooked in a lot of it.
Yeah.
But we went to a restaurant too in New York City.
Okay.
It wasn't bad. It's nice. It's fancy, hoity-toity.
Yeah.
So like, probably couldn't go for lunch or for dinner because I didn't have a suit and tie or whatnot.
And a black card.
Or a black card.
Yeah.
One of these days.
Yeah, I like McDonald's. I ain't got nothing wrong with that.
McDonald's is one of my top. Wendy's. Chick-fil-A dropped down on the totem pole for me.
Uh-oh.
And, yeah, I mean, shoot. Popeyes. If Popeyes didn't take 30 minutes to make your order. I don't understand that place. And I'm talking about that one on 30 over.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't.
Up in the outlets.
Mm-hmm. There was somewhere else around there that I was like, I want to go try. Anyway. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's fairly shorty here.
Yep.
Just hitting dingers and pitter-patter.
Pitter-patter.
We'll go with that.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Well, have a great week. Happy Mother's Day to all those mothers that are listening out.
Happy Mother's Day this coming weekend.
Podcast land.
And one more shout out to father-in-law Kris. He's been listening, or he's been figuring out some AI way to figure out what we talk about because he makes comments about what we're going on. So shout out to him.
Yeah.
Loyal listener.
Need the jokes again.
I think that's what draws them in. It's got to be.
That's what draws them in. All right, let's see. Let's see what we can do here real quick. Let's go to Mr. Chat GPT and
make sure you say thank you. Get your money's worth.
Jokes. We're gonna change it up a little bit. Why did the baby strawberry cry? Because his mom was in a jam.
Oh, that's a good one.
Why is the computer so smart?
I don't know.
Because it listened to its motherboard.
Oh, jeez.
These are...
I liked that strawberry one.
Yeah. Mother's Day jokes. What kind of sweets do moms love the most? They Hershey kissed. That's the ones.
We're going downhill here.
Yeah. Why did the race... We changed over. Why did the race car driver bring string to Kansas Speedway? I think we already saw this one. They're getting repetitive, just changing out the names. Funnier.
Get funnier.
Yeah. Why did the driver break up with his GPS before the start of the race? Because she kept telling him to turn right. What do you call a nervous NASCAR fan at Speedway? A wreck in progress. How do you spot the rookie at Kansas Speedway? They ask, when does the track start going uphill? I don't get that.
Okay, ChatGPT, you've never been to a NASCAR race. You're making it obvious.
Exactly. What's faster than a NASCAR at a Kansas Speedway?
A NASCAR Daytona. NASCAR, I don't know.
My mom, when she hears last call at the merch tent.
Nice.
Oh, especially in front of Kyle Larson or Noah Gragson. Let's see.
We'll come up with some better dingers for next week.
Yeah, let's see. This is probably going to take too much. Here we go. Why did Denny Hamlin bring a pillow to the race? Because he's always dreaming of winning in Martinsville again. What's Denny's favorite workout?
Uh-oh, we got a good one.
Running his mouth on the radio.
Oh, jeez. Well, that might be one to finish on.
Yeah, we're gonna end that on that one.
We're back at even for jokes for tonight.
Yeah, right.
We were up on the one. We went downhill for a bit.
Oh,
now we're back to even.
Yeah, run his mouth. That was great. Oh boy. Alrighty, we'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.
Yep. See ya.